All music is the same. It's just a new set of lyrics and a new backbeat.
Gosh. AndreGraziadei for the Backbeat Experience here in a chat today with Xander and the Peace Pirates. Keith?
Yes, Keith.
And Stu?
Yep. How you doing?
Brothers. That's cool. I like that. Musical upbringing. So you guys grew up in a musical household, or?
Not really. Well, our dad was a pianist, but his main thing was magic. He was a magician.
Really?
Yeah, he had a lot, and a hypnotist, a stage hypnotist, so we'd get people to do crazy stuff and stop babies crying. And we've got all kinds of crazy magic books all over the house. Yeah. But
you guys bring none of that on stage, do you?
No.
We bring a bit of magic.
Really? Hypnotised, a bit of hypnotised. There was music. Mum used to listen to like Motown and stuff, and Dad, obviously, our dad was like older, so the type of music he listened to probably wasn't our thing. It was our mum really got us into the Eagles and Motown and the
They were both in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, they were both involved.
Dad was like an agent for bands and stuff. I think who did he manage? Do
you remember the Flying Pickets?
Oh, who doesn't?
He used to manage
There was the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s.
Only You, yeah.
And what was the big hit they had?
Only You.
Was it that? Well, I thought it was something else. Okay.
Only You, yeah.
Right.
That one.
Okay.
Remember?
Well, I was in Canada at the time, so. But I mean, the Flying Pickets certainly does ring a bell.
I thought it was not the Tremlos.
And the Tremlos as well for a while.
Yeah, the Tremlos as well. Yeah, he managed that.
They're much older.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
our father, who was like, would be 92, 93.
He was in World War II, our dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
He flew Lancaster bombers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, Dance with the Devil, is that dedicated to your dad?
Yeah, well, dedicated to anyone who...
To anyone serving.
Kills other people, really.
I guess.
No judgment.
No judgment.
No, we got
observation.
Our father, like everyone of our age group, were affected by what happened in the war. But then from that, there's been wars continuously. Our friends we went to school with who played guitar with us, they put down a guitar and they picked up a gun and they went and got paid to.
The whole dance
from Afghanistan, and that's
the whole Dance with the Devil thing was about a sort of an inner war, like the people have this inner struggle and they see another person or another being, but not really sitting in realisation that it's all happening within them and that we're all appearing within each other, kind of thing. But it's kind of coming to that realisation to find peace, but not many people have quite got there yet.
No,
they're getting there slowly, but it's...
Yeah, that was one of the questions I was going to get to later, but I mean, that's society.
Yeah.
So there's two sets of brothers in the band, right? So it's kind of like
the
family.
Yeah, poke your heads round.
Come round. These are the Gold brothers.
There's
Joel.
He's the bass player. And they're just eating soup.
They're eating soup.
It smells more like farts than roast.
Having dim.
And then there's my juice, the guy who produced the album and our slide guitarist as well.
Okay, where is he hiding?
He's gone to get food.
He's eating.
Still eating.
All right. So was this kind of like a family buddy connection? How did you guys hook up?
Yeah, we're all musicians who've been in bands who know each other. I mean, little do we know until recently, but we were at college together when we knew people who were at college when I first started music in Liverpool. But yeah, we all know each other, so yeah, it's one of those you try and find players.
Yeah, we were all on the same circuit playing in sort of different bands together. Stu and I formed the Peace Pirates years ago.
Right.
Started off as the Smoke Pockets.
Well, I think of bands like Toto was all friends. They got together, and I mean Genesis even they met in school and they got together and did their thing, and it sounds pretty much alike what
that's all important because we've had other incarnations of band and it didn't work out because we're not mates. It was about being in the band and trying to be successful. I think for some people, whereas me and Keith wanted it to be about the experience, because if it's not, you're always chasing this elusive idea of what you want to be. Whereas if you're not, especially after the experience we talked about today, if you're not focused and just thinking we're here to do the music, your head gets blown. And that, I think Joel and Adam get that more. They care more about the music than anything else.
Yeah.
So that's important. Yeah. So we're friends first, and then in a band second.
Fabulous constellation. What sounds like a fairy tale story to me. I mean, of course, you guys have paid your dues. To have a guitar company approach you to introduce their instruments, or I mean, how does that come about?
In internet, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, literally, we put up a loop pedal video of Dance with the Devil. It wasn't even that good.
Really?
No, it was pretty crap.
So
really.
what about impressed him so much?
No. He'll say that about it.
It was alright.
No, what it was quick and it was rushed.
But anyway,
the song was in the early stage of development.
Right.
The song that you hear now has been produced and these guys have laid their thing on it. But the thing we did was just like, you know, we just put it down there and I was pushing to get videos up on YouTube to try and get people to help us to get in studio labels and that.
Right.
And we stuck it up and we got about, one night we were at the Cavern, because we played the Cavern every Sunday, and I went out to have a cigarette and I checked on my phone and we had hundreds of notifications off YouTube and we had like 15,000 hits on, and I was like, that is really unusual. And then we got an email and they said, do you want to go to Las Vegas? And off we went. That was Henry who found us.
Henry found us, apparently the CEO of Gibson, and he's really into the whole thing. So, their slogan for us was "Never give up" because they like the whole playing with the hook thing, and you know, it's sort of, they found it inspiring. So, I think that
well, I mean, it is.
That's what they you know, did. I think that's why we kind of partly the reason. But yeah,
I think Henry was always looking for an angle for someone to get on there. They have a lot of big names on there, and they have things that try and draw people to their shows, you know, in the guitar, make them stand out. And I think, initially, obviously, someone playing guitar with a hook was what grabbed them. But then they, you know, to be honest, they got into the music and they all loved it. You know, Dave Berryman, who's the president, really is a fan. You know, likes music, and a lot of the guys who work organising and the ER, they've sort of become friends. Like a woman called Alex, who was like the events organiser. She lives in Holland, and she's now left, but we're good friends with her. So again, it's more you know, about relationships.
Obviously, we've tried to keep it not about the hook and make it into a gimmick, because you know, people don't listen to one-arm music, do they? Think
then they stare at this and they don't think of you.
I mean, it's good that it obviously inspires people to think, well, if he
can, then
I can do it. Yeah,
you know, what is not possible.
Exactly.
We get it though, don't
it's
we?
overcoming these boundaries that we put ourselves in boxes and we limit ourselves with our beliefs about ourselves. Yeah.
Because if everyone had one arm and I on the planet, I was born with two arms, and everyone was playing one-arm music, so keep as the standard, and I came, they treat me, oh, don't play, you can't play, you got two arms. Now that fleshy, flappy thing's going to get in the way of your playing.
I did a film about that years ago where everyone was disabled and able-bodied people weren't able to get on the bus, and they weren't able to go in certain clubs because it wasn't accessible to able-bodied people. And it was just to give this idea.
The reverse.
Just the reverse psychology.
That's the very, very Twilight Zone. I like that.
It's powerful though.
So you guys were playing at NAMM, and NAMM is kind of like it's an industry thing. It's not really the public.
Well, yeah, I mean, in LA, the public are allowed in, so we'd actually, we'd arranged to go to LA anyway, and then in the Christmas before the January NAMM show, we got called to go to Las Vegas, and the idea was to go to NAMM to meet these people, but they came to us before we actually got there. So we went and played on the GoPro stage, which was a competition we won through the NAMM Foundation, but we had nothing else. But then when Gibson had come on before Christmas, then all of a sudden we could play on their stages. And from there, all kinds of madness happened. We met Simon Phillips from Toto, and that's our manager.
Eddie Kramer came by, and he handed his card and his card, and the next day we were chatting to him about doing an album, and that was all exciting. And we went to the studio.
I kind of find it odd that you said Simon Phillips, as I mentioned Toto. So I just
Simon was lovely. Simon saw us and he said, "What are you doing? What's happening?" And he wanted to work with music, and really we didn't know who we wanted to produce it, and obviously we were very specific, like we were with Joel and Adam who joined, you know, and Mike, the sound, that it was true to that sort of 60s, 70s guitar style, but with something new as well, you know. And I think Simon knew he can bring that, and he can have time, and he was in America, so we stayed in touch, and he actually put us in touch with his manager, who's now our manager, so and that's how we ended up supporting Manfred, and it's just steps, isn't it? You know, it becomes very strange because we've had, had some strange.
It's as if you put these little intentions out there and then suddenly things start to just come. I don't know how it really works. I think if you just relax and enjoy the ride, sometimes people just pick up on what you're doing and what you're about. You know, that there's something.
It certainly seems like it.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Well, the world's in an insane place, and the music that we write is very specific. We won't move away. we won't move away from the lyrics of what we're singing about and the message. And I think sometimes labels and the industry want you to just stay mainstream. Well, you a bit like the Kings of Leon, or you a bit like James Bay because you wear a hat.
Yeah, they want to sort of say what you like.
They're trying to pinhole you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people do, but I think now
that's all right though.
The album coming out this year, everything's gone insane. You know, politically, socially, spiritually, the world is almost at that point in 1968 where everyone's had enough. They've had enough of the war and the political input and the endless bullshit, and it's, you know, it's come to the point where, you know, people are open to that, and that's what we hope. But
I think
I've listened to the music and it'll inspire.
Living in a separated state is really tiring for people. I think they're feeling cut off from each other, and they're reaching out for a loving feeling within themselves, and they're looking for it out there, and it never comes, because the more you look for it out there, you realise, oh, actually I'm here, and I'm the person who's going to change it. Well, you know, I don't know if I don't know what you've read or what you've looked into, but I listen to a guy called Moody and AndreGraziadei, and these are like spiritual teachers, but they talk about, you know, when you really look inside yourself, is the awareness at all physical? Is there a physical, you know, do you even have a centre, you know? And I think when you realise that, then peace kind of starts to immerse you, you know, you start to feel more relaxed around people and start realising, oh yeah, you are like me, and we do have the same feelings, and we do have the same struggles, we just need to rectify them in ourselves, and then there will be world peace. It really is as simple as that.
The system
that sounds too simple, doesn't it? It's just like, no, it can't be that simple.
No.
If I become peaceful, then the world won't be peaceful, and it's like, but you are the world. You are the world, really.
I think it's really it's easy as well, and to come out and be in a band, have a bit of success. You know, not that we're at that point. But you can have a bit of success and sell out and do what you're doing, and then also have a motive and a message. But I think you've got to start to be. People are so cynical that you've got to be true now. You've got to start as you mean to go on, and you've got to resonate with what you're starting. You can't go, oh well, we'd like to talk about, you know, deeper things, but we'll do that afterwards. You know, we'll get somewhere and then we'll do it. I think that's got to stop. That's got to stop. Because,
well, it's having courage, isn't it, to speak the truth?
Yeah.
And most people don't even realise that they're lying to themselves a lot of the time. They really think that, you know, if they go around like being stressed and causing upset to other people, you know, that's not kind of.
We play some music, you know, we've been offered all the talent shows and that, all the Britain's Got Talent, the X Factor, Germany's Got Talent, and they asked us through, and they, you know, we didn't apply. They approached us, you know, which is odd because it goes against it. And
that is odd.
Well, it's all fixed, isn't it?
Of course it is.
It's all fixed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I wonder why do they need a genuine band?
Well, because they want the hook, the X Factor, they love it.
Okay. They need the hook.
It's an angle, isn't it? Do you see?
They need the hook.
They need a hook.
Yeah, they need a hook.
They like a good sob story as well.
They weren't going to get that though.
No, they weren't going to get a sob story.
But getting back to the music, I was watching the video where you guys opened up for Bon Jovi, and I was listening to the music, and then I listened to the music on the album. I go, okay, so the tracks that you guys wrote, obviously you've reworked those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those tracks we did when we played with Bon Jovi, the band was a band that was playing in the Cavern. It was 5 years. There were some students and some friends and different players that come in, and we were sort of writing songs, and we won that competition. And we sort of started putting songs together, but there wasn't the craft and the thought and the team and people. As I say, we didn't have the right players. We didn't have Alan and Joel. We didn't have Mike to hone it and make it sound like something. Because I think the songs are there when we played that Bon Jovi gig, but they're just like they're not worked. They're not.
It's just a constant evolution.
They were raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's just an evolution, isn't it? You've got to start somewhere with it all, haven't you?
It's good that you got those videos and you can see that grow. I mean, there's videos going back probably 10 years, and there's a video Keith playing 10 years ago. We're just doing it, and it's good to just see it grow.
It's a progression, isn't it? I think people who follow us enjoy that as well. You know, seeing the progression and hearing it. You want it to sound.
Then that gets to my next question. Bringing the first album out that has some form of success, and it isn't always song. I mean, it's songs that you guys have put together for the last 5 years. And it makes it always that much more difficult for the follow-up.
Well, the album was never. We structured that time talking about Bon Jovi, and that was all us. We didn't have a label. We printed up some CDs, It was our bassist actually, who plays for Jack Sabaretti now. He left and he joined Jack Sabaretti.
Yeah.
He was very driven, and he sort of taught us some of the things you have to do, because obviously he set up Facebook and that, and we went, oh, but it was all that. So that album was really sort of a demo, which we printed up and sold, but we never thought about it. Whereas this time we thought about it. We've worked on it, we've rehearsed, we got the right players, and you know, the pieces are falling in place. Whereas before it was bits of luck that we couldn't really put into something where you go forward with it, you know.
So we're having to rework the songs. Did you guys record directly off the floor, or was it just your part and your part? And
all live.
Oh, what, in Whistleord when we
recorded?
Yeah, it was all live. Yeah, we just did some overdubs, you know, some harmonies and stuff.
But in the main, what went down?
Most of it was live. Yeah.
So it makes it that much more organic and.
Yeah, we wanted it to sound like we do when people come to see us. We don't want it to sound overly produced, but you know, although it's very high quality, because we've got Ron to mix it, his wife mastered it, and they were a great team and lovely people, and the whole thing was very relaxed, and you know, the studio is amazing, Whistleord Studio, so it just made the whole process very
I was looking at some of the videos and the pictures.
Yeah,
it's a really nice studio.
It's a really beautiful studio, and amazing. I mean, the guitars and the amps that they've got there, they're just astounding. You know, that Les Paul, what was it, £300 worth of just amazing.
It was also the ability just to get away from everything. Us five, be somewhere away. But we went and did it in 2 periods. It was 10 days recording, but we worked out afterwards, because we loaded in the day before and set up. It was 2 sessions of 11, which isn't why we call it 11/11. It's just this number 11 creeps up.
Okay.
11,
yeah, but we
show the camera.
That's like 23 is also a number that creeps up often.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, which is also
the 11. So
I
think it was just having that focus and having that ability to just only think about the songs. But also of having a lot of pre-production before, and we've done a lot of gigs with Adam and Joel where it's just bedded in, and
you know, we didn't have that long to do it, which kind of, in a way, was cool. You know, that you sort of we just had to just get it down.
Well, you just have to think too much. You just did it.
Yeah, it was just.
Especially with him, he'd still be recording vocals.
Yeah, no,
he'd still be recording. Right now, he'd go.
Are you that much of a stickler?
I do get.
For perfection?
I do get a little bit. Yeah, like it's always got to be better, but then I'm starting to see now that that's natural, and I'm not fighting with it anymore. It used to be a problem to me where I'd sort of be like,
sometimes the first take are the best.
Yeah, you just got to sort of let go.
Sometimes
I mean, I was getting all sorts of like, oh no, this has got to be better, listening to it, and then I was listening to the lyrics of the songs, and I thought, I'm not even listening to my own message here in the music. You know, there's a song called "Let Go." You know,
sing "Let Go" for the 50th.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let that shit go.
So a mix of rock, folk, blues, soul, funk. I think you guys have all of that in there. And I was listening to the album and This City, and I thought, this sounds just like Stevie Wonder's "Living for the City."
Oh, right.
Were you guys inspired by that?
Yeah, I think so.
I do like Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I mean, we grew up listening to all that kind of stuff, and yeah.
I think we wanted to leave it as broad as, but the other thing we talked about with the producers and with the band is that if it's a first album, you obviously want it to do well, but you don't know whether it's going to do well.
Right.
And if you're too specific and you cast the net too thinly, you end up pigeonholing that, and then you'll always have to do that. So we wanted to do something that sat together as an album, but didn't go too broad that it wasn't. You know what I mean? So he's trying to make sure that in the future we weren't expected to be a rock band or a blues band or a funk band.
I think the influences just naturally come through without you even thinking about it. It's just,
but have a listen to Stevie Wonder's song and have a listen to your song. You'll see the correlation.
Yeah, there's correlation there. Yeah,
well,
I think it just naturally comes.
It
just naturally comes out, I think, in the expression of it. Yeah, it just kind of comes out in different ways. Yeah.
So aside from peace and love, what's the message the band is trying to get out there?
It's balance, really. It's learning to sort of see who we are at on a deeper level, instead of on just an egoic level of, oh, this is my identity, and you know, I'm this body and this mind, and maybe questioning, you know, looking into some near-death experiences and listening to what they have to say, and learning that there's a possibility. Well, we're not the body and the mind. You know, the brain is created by consciousness, and we've had this belief for a long time that the brain creates consciousness, but there's no way of testing that really, and I think science needs to start looking at that, and you know, and also musicians as well, anyone to express this truth. Because
Yeah,
I think that if that's fundamental to know what we really are, you know, to all of the problems are arising out of this idea of ourselves, which is dividing us, you know, and stopping us from having a real conversation, you know, having really meeting each other instead of meeting each other as, what do you think of me? And, you know, and judging each other and all that. It's
like you said,
it's kind of creating a lot of issues, I think, and I think it's just naturally coming out of us to put that message out there of we don't have to see things. We can see things in a different way, you know, and we can learn to see things from a different perspective if we just listen to, you know. But I mean, all these great teachers, Gandhi and
well, Liverpool, you're passing on John Lennon's message.
Lennon, and they're all saying the same thing, you know. It's the way. It's the way.
You look at the Canadian Prime Minister now, Justin. Even people like that, you can see an uprising of people that are no longer accepting it. You know, as I say, we find it weird that we're one generation away. Our father came here, and for a war, we come here and we play music. It's just, and we love it in Germany. We prefer Germany to England, and it's so insane in our mind.
People and loving them.
That we got such fond memories of all the people in Germany and all the people we met here and all the things that happened. Yet our father, it's just like, that to me shows that we've got to stop listening to politicians, bankers, corporations.
That's back then, this is not today.
Well, but that's what, everything's changing now, and I think that's where it's come to the point, because we were talking to some people about Brexit and all this, and it's like, it's all rubbish. It's just a way to try and get you, you're in that camp, you're in that camp, now fight, and it's just, you know.
I think there's something powerful in realising that a lot of what we believe is not true. Well, everything we believe is not true in a way, because it's been given to us. So it's like we just trust that our language and our thoughts are going to bring us clarity, when in reality they just confuse us. And there's so many contradictions. And I think when the contradictions go, there's clarity, you know.
Well, that gets to my next. That gets to my next question. The song "Out of Order, Out of Chaos" that I've watched on YouTube remains the question: is humanity doomed?
No. No. I think if we're to remain in an unconscious state and a divided state, then yeah.
Which is we're kind of heading that way, aren't we?
Well, it's already doomed, isn't it? It's not like it's already doomed.
You look at the money.
Not in a negative way.
The Romans always said, where's the money at? Who profits? Who profits? Now, the most profitable business in the world right now is war. It's the most profitable business after health, and then shortly after that, God knows, finance probably.
Right.
But it's an advertising campaign, so they want to constantly tell you that there's someone against you, and I don't even think the world's as big as it's made out. I mean, travelling around, that's what we experience. We can be in LA, we were on Venice Beach, and someone we know will buy from Liverpool. You meet someone who's, you know, in a famous band, and they know someone that you used to live in a town with. The world's tiny, and these people who rule the world and start the wars and try and pollute it, they know that, so they want an advertising campaign. They need to advertise why we all should be killing each other, so they can carry on.
But also the realisation has to be they're also in a divided state, and they're all in a kind of, they're also not in a true realisation.
Is humanity doomed?
Otherwise they wouldn't do it. Why would
humanity doomed?
Why would you want to overpower anyone if you were looking at yourself? You're only overpowering yourself. There's only yourself.
Can we say
if you're not here, if you're not here, then nothing's here, is it?
That's your answer?
It's one of those.
It's an unending question.
I don't think
eternal.
it's
eternal.
I don't think it's doomed.
It's not doomed.
There's
well, there's hope, you guys. So there you go.
I don't think there's. I think as long as people can tap into something a little bit more peaceful within themselves, something that, you know, if you take away all the thoughts and you take away all the ideas and all the beliefs you have about the world, and there's dictators and all of this, and really just become aware, then you realise where all the problems are coming from, I think.
That's what John Lennon was saying with Imagine.
It's all just imagined, isn't it?
Exactly.
They're
It's
insane
imagined
people.
reality,
He said it as well. They're insane people with insane causes. You know, these are megalomaniacs, and that's it. And I think you just have to let them get on. You know, when you're in school and there's a couple of people who are idiots, you just let them get on with it. I mean, just ignore them.
Exactly, yeah. You just ignore them, they'll go away. That's what your mom tells you.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, they'll persist for a while, but they'll soon lose their power.
Let me just see how much time I got. Okay. This thing only goes 20. I always do something. I ask either or. Either or.
Go on.
All right. Electric or acoustic?
Both of us you want to answer.
You can both choose an answer.
It's like you play acoustic and
No,
I play
but
electric.
what would I choose? So listen, I'd say electric. Although I play acoustic, I love the electric guitar.
Alright.
I always love the electric guitar.
Keith?
Electric, yeah.
Electric?
Yeah,
Okay.
just because of all the amazing effects you can get. Yeah.
All right. How do you write your songs though? Acoustically?
Acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started.
But
acoustic
we
stuff.
love
Okay.
both.
And then you just like to pump them up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
for different reasons. It's a hard question to answer,
Okay.
really, because it's
Yeah, that's why it's either or.
yeah.
It is the electric. What we came to, first of all, when me and Keith were growing up and we were kids, the first thing we ever bought, the first ever guitar I bought was an electric one. And we bought it back and we used to plug it in the stereo and get feedback from it. So you're not happy getting that from an acoustic guy.
I guess not.
It's got to be electric.
There's something powerful about electric.
Beer or wine?
We don't drink. So that's an impossible
It's not,
question.
it's not even an option.
It's not even an option, no.
I tell you, think about what I told you before. That's the answer.
Okay. All right.
Why we got stopped in the services.
So what is it then? Water or cola?
Water. Well, I'm drinking a little bit colder now,
Water.
so there isn't any tea on
Alright.
the tap. But yeah,
Mineral
water.
water.
Tea is good. I like my tea.
We like
with
Yorkshire
milk.
tea. Yorkshire
Yeah.
tea is the one for us.
And what is that like?
We'll give you a
It's
cup
just
of
a very tasty tea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just very nice brew.
I drink an Earl Grey. I like an Earl Grey.
Oh, great, yeah, we like that too, but Yorkshire tea was.
All right. Okay. Here's you guys sports fans?
No. Adam is.
Well, didn't be an easy question. Soccer game or music concert?
Music, obviously, yeah.
Okay, because I figured you guys being British, a lot of people.
We play.
I mean, like Germans. A lot of Germans like soccer.
Play at LFC.
We play in LFC and the lounges
Liverpool
on match
football
day.
Oh.
Me and him, and we could even go and watch the match.
It's
we
a nice
we just want to
energy.
get out. We just want to get out. Like, can we get out?
Well, it's odd that I meet people that not Europeans that don't like soccer, or you guys call it football, right?
Yeah, football, yeah.
I call it mass manipulation of the masses by other corporations.
I hate it. I'm Canadian, so I don't. I mean, soccer.
We want to move to Canada. I keep seeing your Prime Minister. I'm like, I'm moving to Canada, man. Have you seen his the party he's put together in Canada?
What
political party he's put together?
Yeah, the Liberals. Yeah.
Amazing.
Right, yeah.
A lot of people don't like him because he's actually kept some of his promises. So I don't know. It's one of those things.
I think he's a human being.
Yeah.
I think.
I hope so.
Yeah. If you see his father and his mother, where he stems from.
Yeah.
If you were familiar with his father.
No, I'm going to check. I don't become aware.
Well, check it out because they were both hip. Put it that way.
Awesome.
So,
I think it's good. You
so
see what's happening in Iceland, see what's happening in Canada.
And he didn't grow up wanting to be a politician. It just kind of happened.
Happened upon him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he's real. He's
So,
real.
summer or winter?
Summer.
Summer. Who the hell likes winter?
No. Too cold.
Rail or fly?
What's that?
Rail or fly?
Or trains. I like railways. I like the idea of railway. We don't go on trains.
I do like trains because you can see all the
Countryside?
beautiful scenery. Yeah, trains. Yeah, and there's something relaxing about a train. Yeah, it's nice.
Planes are a bit
vibration.
stressful now, aren't they?
I do like planes, but yeah.
The waiting, security, then you
it's
sit
a
next to
lot
the
of
guy that
hassle,
didn't
isn't it?
shower.
Yeah, rail.
The illusion of
definitely.
safety, like they say in Fight Club, I love that when they show the cards, they're like dough face, like in the crouch position, as you're hurtling towards the sea, or when they say, in the event of a sea landing,
Oh,
just
God.
want to say, you mean when we crash into the sea?
And everything just blows up.
In the event of a sea landing?
Yeah. Reach under your seat, excuse me.
Yeah, you look at that. Make sure that you attach your own mask before anyone else is just like.
Like I said, I've been listening to this album for like 2 weeks on end in the car, and there's no fillers.
Well, that's what we're on.
There's no fillers. And Searching for the Light, that's the last track in the album, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really like the way the whole tone of the song is really.
Oh,
I'm sitting there and I was just like relaxing.
That was
This last track comes on, I was like, well, okay.
that was one take. I remember that. It was late at night, and we said we'll have a go there because we'd already done it in the previous set, because this was in the last session, so the second set of 11 days. But we'd already tried it, it didn't really work, so we went, oh, we'll have a go, and we did it. And yeah, I remember that take, because I remember the whole, because we didn't really. So I'm just looking at them. We didn't really plan out the ending, did we? And we just sort of jammed it out. So yeah, no, it worked.
Came across, that's what I think.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you.
So let me just get this. So Keith, Stu, thanks a lot for taking time out to have a chat. This is if you guys want to read this, I don't know.
Yeah, we used to be.
One half, the other half.
Go on.
Hi, I'm Stu of Xander and the Peace Pirates, and we're rocking the airwaves on Backbeat with AndreGraziadei on Fries Radio, Freudenstadt. Peace.
Nice. Hi, this is Keith of Xander and the Peace Pirates, wishing everyone tuned in to Backbeat with AndreGraziadei a rocking season's greeting and an amazing new year. Was that passionate enough? That sounded. I can see that.
This is for everybody who I get to interview. You get to choose a spot. Oh, there you go, Paul Young, for example. Choose a spot wherever you guys would like to sign.
Oh, okay.
So it was 1973. So I don't know who else would be. I mean, you
Can we both pick one? Or do you pick one together?
Well,
go on.
If you can pick one, then I can have the whole band on that one page.
All right. What are we thinking?
Yeah, we're on Frank Zappa already.
Should we just sign Frank Zappa? We know Dweezil Zappa.
Really?
Yeah, just sign Frank Zappa.
We know Dweezil and Megan and his wife. Yeah, so I sign that.
Okay.
And ZZ Top's there as well, Stu.
Yeah.
I just thought you might be happy about that.
Okay, I'll just put Stu there, because then I'll know who you are.
Yeah, that's. There you go.
There, perfect. Great.
Nice.
It's I think there was something I wanted to mention. I said, you guys, where the hell did I write that now? You guys have restored my faith in rock and musicianship.